Are you looking for the best budget CPUs? In this video we will look at some of the best budget CPUs. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 5. Intel Core i5-10400. Specifications. Architecture, Comet Lake. Cores, 6. Threads, 12. Base speed, 2.9 GHz. Boost speed, 4.3 GHz. L3 cache, 12 MB. TDP, 65W. What we think. A capable budget Intel Core CPU that prioritizes casual gaming at 1080p. Reasons to buy. Competitive price point for a budget CPU. Handles many modern games at 1080p resolution with good FPS. Works with B460 motherboards, which are generally more affordable. Reasons to avoid. B460 motherboards often restrict overclocking and limit RAM speed. Requires a separate GPU for video output. Newer CPUs might offer higher base and boost clock speeds. Affordability is king for budget CPUs, and the i5-10400 lands at a very competitive price point. This makes it a great choice for those who want a capable gaming experience without breaking the bank. Plus, it doesn't require the most expensive motherboard. B460 motherboards, which are generally more affordable than high-end Z-series boards, work perfectly well with the i5-10400. However, the i5-10400 does have some limitations to consider. First, it's a 10th generation CPU released in 2020. Newer processors offer more features and potentially better performance. Second, the B460 chipset it utilizes often restricts overclocking and limits RAM speeds. This means you're locked into the base performance of the CPU and can't squeeze out extra power through overclocking. So, the Intel Core i5-10400 shines as a budget CPU for users who prioritize affordability and plan to game at 1080p resolution. However, if you crave the absolute best performance or the flexibility to upgrade in the future, a newer AMD Ryzen CPU might be a better fit for your needs. What users say. Summarized by one user as having a solid performance at a reasonable price, the user reviews for the i5-10400 are respectable and generous. With 88% of users providing 5-star reviews, most came away with positive feelings towards this CPU, with most highlighting its reliability and ability to improve their gaming experience. Number 4. AMD Ryzen 7 5700G. Specifications. iGPU, RX Vega 8. What we think. The perfect versatile CPU for all those who like to mix their gaming experience with creative workloads, all within a budget price. Reasons to buy. Competitive budget price. Handles modern games and editing tasks with ease. Radeon Vega graphics eliminate need for a separate GPU. Reasons to avoid. The 5700G sacrifices some raw CPU performance compared to non-APU Ryzen processors. The integrated Vega graphics, while playable for casual gaming, won't run modern titles on 4K. The AMD Ryzen 7 5700G is a fantastic budget CPU for two main reasons. First, it delivers solid performance at a competitive price point. Boasting 8 cores and 16 threads, it handles everyday tasks with ease and can even power moderate gaming. This makes it ideal for users who prioritize affordability without sacrificing everyday capabilities. Secondly, the 5700G sets itself apart with integrated Radeon Vega graphics. This eliminates the need for a separate graphics card, a significant cost saver for budget builds. While the graphics won't handle the latest games on max 4K settings, they're more than enough for casual gaming at 1080p, basic video editing, and everyday tasks that don't require a dedicated GPU. The perfect mesh for gaming and creative endeavors. Customers who left Amazon reviews rave about the Ryzen 7 5700G, praising its affordability, strong performance, and improved graphics capabilities. Many highlight it as a perfect choice for budget-friendly gaming PCs and home theater setups, finding it a great value for the price. One user stated, the AMD Ryzen 7 5700G is a high-performance processor that offers impressive specifications and capabilities. Number 3. AMD Ryzen 5 5600X. Specifications: cores, 6. Threads, 12. Boost speed, up to 4.6 GHz. Base speed, 3.7 GHz. L3 cache, 32 MB. TDP, 65W. Platform, AMD, AM4. What we think. Ryzen 5 5600X prioritizes affordability with good gaming performance. Reasons to buy. Handles everyday tasks and games with ease. Offers good value for its high amount of processing power. Reasons to avoid. Might not be ideal for demanding workloads like high-quality heavy streaming. Older generation CPUs will tend need upgrades sooner. Lack of longevity. The AMD Ryzen 5 5600X is a solid contender in the budget CPU arena, especially for those prioritizing value. Launched in 2020, it remains a popular choice due to its well-rounded performance at a competitive price point. Packing 6 cores and 12 threads, it will be able to demolish gamers wanting a 1080p gaming performance. While not the most recent generation Ryzen processor, it still delivers smooth performance for most modern games at high settings. Additionally, its 65W TDP, thermal design power, makes it a power-efficient option, meaning you won't necessarily need a top-of-the-line cooler, saving you that extra dollar. That being said, the Ryzen 5 5600X might not be the ideal choice for everyone. If you're a streamer or content creator who regularly pushes your CPU with demanding workloads, newer Ryzen processors with higher core counts might be a better fit. Additionally, since it's a previous generation chip, it may not offer the same level of longevity as the latest Ryzen offerings. That said, if you're on a tighter budget and prioritize affordability without sacrificing core functionality for gaming and everyday tasks, the Ryzen 5 5600X remains a solid pick. Number 2. Intel Core i5-13600K. Specifications: cores, 14, 6P8E. Threads, 20. Boost speed, P-Core 5.1 GHz/E-Core 3.5 GHz. Base speed, P-Core 3.5 GHz/E-Core 2.6 GHz. L3 cache, 24 MB. TDP, 181W. Platform, Intel, LGA 1700. What we think. A top-class Intel Core CPU for an affordable price? You'll have to see it to believe it. Reasons to buy. Top performance specs for value. Impressive cores and thread count. Appropriate for multitasking. Reasons to avoid. On the border between budget and mid-range pricing. Pairing with a similar quality motherboard and GPU will likely add expense. The Intel Core i5-13600K strikes a compelling balance between power and affordability, making it a great choice for a budget-conscious PC builder who prioritizes performance over anything else. Boasting 14 cores, including 6 performance cores for demanding tasks, and the ability to reach speeds of up to 5.1 GHz, the i5-13600K effortlessly handles multitasking and even chews through graphically intensive games like Red Dead Redemption 2 and Fortnite. Benchmarks show it surpasses its predecessor by a significant margin and even rivals some pricier i7 processors. However, it's not all sunshine and roses for this CPU. It is towards the upper range of a budget CPU, to the point where some may consider it a mid-range product. Furthermore, to maximize its potential, you'll likely need a Z690 chipset motherboard, which can add a chunk of change to the price tag. Additionally, its higher power limits might necessitate a more robust cooling solution compared to CPUs with lower TDPs. While the i5-13600K itself offers excellent value for its processing power, keep in mind these additional expenses when determining if it fits comfortably within your budget. Number 1. AMD Ryzen 5 7600X. Cores, 6. Threads, 12. Boost clock speed, 5.3 GHz. Base clock speed, 4.7 GHz. L3 cache, 32 MB. TDP, 105W. Platform, AMD socket AM5. What we think. While hitting the upper mark of a budget CPU price point, the AMD Ryzen 5 7600X delivers compelling specs and a mid-range performance that will certainly catch your eye. Reasons to buy. Extremely great value for money. Price often dips below $200 during sale periods. 6 and 12 threads will deliver an excellent performance on most modern titles. Reasons to avoid. Outside of sale periods, this CPU is typically just above $200. On the cusp between budget and mid-range. The AMD Ryzen 5 7600X is our top choice for the best budget CPU. With 6 cores and a max boost speed of 5.3 GHz, it tackles modern games and demanding applications with ease. Plus, it supports DDR5 memory in the new AM5 socket, allowing you to upgrade RAM and potentially future AMD processors without needing a new motherboard. While the price is a little steep, it can be found for below $200 during certain sales. This is important because the Ryzen 5 7600X can essentially deliver a mid-range performance with ease, meaning picking up this CPU for a price that low is a steal. It's our top pick for value and a clear leader in the budget space for specs and modern performance. However, it's important to consider your specific needs before committing. This CPU typically has an MSRP of over $200, which means outside of sale periods, it walks a middle ground between a budget and mid-range option. You will need to make sure you find the right time to make a move with this card to get that affordable price. Also, while the price has decreased, there might be even more affordable options depending on your limited budget. If gaming is your main focus, a CPU with fewer cores but a strong graphics card might be a better value. Additionally, AM5 motherboards are currently more expensive than their AM4 counterparts.